my mic was muted. All right. Hello, chat. What's up? How's it going, everyone? Today has been something I've been looking forward to for the past month and a half, maybe ish. It's day one, baby. I got the Excel sheet, and on this sheet there are 56 runs. And we'll be going through all of them over the next 5 days, about 3 hours a day, hopefully, maybe a little bit more, depending on what we need to do. We'll see my pace each day, so, you know. My sheet has 1,457 runs. Alright, Talia. We aren't doing 24 hours. Jesus Christ, that would kill me. Last time I did this, we did, like, 3 8-hour-long streams. I just don't have the time for that anymore, because my ass has school. But, yeah, I did this for SGDQ, 7th day, so you can... I don't think the VODs are up anywhere. They might be. They might be on my stream archive, but I don't think I had that set up at that point. The sheet still exists, so you can find the sheet. But, yeah, we're gonna go through every run. Glad people are already excited for this, because I've been looking forward to this for a while. I love chatting it up about this shit. So, what's up, everyone? Welcome in. If this is your first time in my stream, by the way, hi, I'm Shovelclaws. I'm really normal about speedruns, and I like talking about them a lot, so that's why I kind of do this. I just enjoy seeing all the different kinds of speedruns that exist and seeing what people submit to the event, and ultimately I think one of my goals this time around is to see what runs get in and compare it. So we can actually see, like, what runs I was really excited for, because last SGDQ 24, I didn't actually watch that many runs. I still haven't, really. I was still kind of excited for stuff, but it was mostly stuff I, like, recognized during my streams, not so much things that, like, I was particularly looking forward to. So this time around, hopefully we get some stuff that, some more comparisons between that. But before we begin with our first topic, and everyone already knows what it's going to be, I have a guess the game to do. How do I have... Oh, I was verifying Splatipus's run earlier, and I didn't do that. Oops. Sorry, Splat. I thought this looked like a Katamari game. This is not a Katamari game. This is a BMX game. BMX, like, Street or something. Hold on. This? Wow, I'm goated. I mean, it did help getting the game name right there. Anyways, I'm gonna go flex on people now. Where's Osborne's stream? Not stream, chat. Where is it? There we go. Your hint carried? What the fuck? Okay, whatever. My bad for looking at the thing the game gives you. Okay, I'll back off. Anyways. If you haven't been here before, for one of these, I generally go topic by topic, so generally series or types of games, so retro stuff. If you're in the spreadsheet right now, which, cool, 6 people already. If you're in the spreadsheet right now, you can filter by all types of stuff, and it should only impact your view. So, you know, if you want to scroll through here to see what people submitted, and even if you want to make your own of this, I don't know why you would, but if you want to, you can also make a copy right here. So have fun with that. But we're gonna go with the first topic. You really should have seen this coming. Sonic games. My fucking bad. I'm very normal. Sonic games are kind of my bread and butter, generally. So Sonic games are things I'm very familiar with. The Hedgehog... Someone submitted Over the Hedge DS? That's really funny. Trying to think other Sonic games that don't have Sonic in them. Tails? Okay. don't think there's anything else. Okay. If you catch a Sonic game that I missed, let me know. Oh my fucking god, it didn't say if it's Edge. Sonic. The Hedge. Fuck. That should be it. There we go. So yeah, if you see a Sonic game in the sheet that I don't catch, let me know. Let me know. Thank you, appreciated. But yeah, oh wait, actually first, no, hold on. Right, I remembered. I submitted to this event, dumbass. So I'm gonna talk about my games first, actually. Because I'm biased. Let me be biased. My games, my unlimited bacon, so on and so forth. Alright. I said I would talk about this first. Well, we're kind of talking about a Sonic game, you know, technically, but we're gonna talk about this first, because this is a whole different field. I can't put any of my own runs in GDQ, that feels a little bit unfair. So we're just gonna go ahead and get all of these out of the way. I made a cute little category for my own runs. First of all, the one that is nice to get out of the way because it's Sonic stuff. Sonic Robo Blast 2 Kart is a mod for Sonic Robo Blast 2 that turns into a kart racer. I did this for Hotfix once, and I was like, I should submit that to mainline GDQ. I think that'd go hard. So I'm hoping this one actually gets in. It'd be a lot of fun. It'd be very silly. And I fucking love kart. This game is just goated. It's actually so good. I played this a ton during COVID, and that's where I got the idea to pick it up for a Hotfix show. And then I submitted it to the Hotfix show, got in, and then I had to run it. Oops. So that'll be fun. Let me know, by the way, if audio balancing is good, if I'm too quiet, if the music's too loud. I think I'm good. It looks like I'm good. But yeah, I fucking love this game. I would be stoked to see this get in. Little Gator game, I submitted as a random shot in the dark because I needed a 5th game slot to be filled. I'm not expecting this to get in, honestly. I would be very surprised if it did. Both of these categories are good. I really like 100% in this game, but I don't think it gets in. It's very unrealistic. I guess I can also show some gameplay if you're not familiar with these games. There we go. Shadow any percent hard. Okay, bro. Yeah, very simple kart racer. It's very fun though. It's very mechanically deep, I would like to say, but quite silly, quite silly. It is unfortunately just a time trial showcase of just 32 maps. It's not like multiplayer, because I can't do that without vetting like 16 people or whatever the max number is. I think it's 12. I think it's 12 people can join a game, but I think you can set it based on server. I think it goes up to 32. I don't know. And then Little Gator game is, I don't know, it's a silly little platformer. Why is 100% above all friends? That's funny. I didn't recognize this. This category is like my passion project. I'm like the only person who runs this seriously, and it's very fun. I enjoy it a lot. But it's long, and that's a problem, I think. Especially for a game that's been shown at GDQ before. Kind of not good. But All Friends has a shot, I think. But not a very high one. I think I'd have to wait a few more years if I want this to get in, which I don't really want to get it in again, if I'm being honest, but we'll see. If it gets in again, it's because New Game Plus, and I didn't submit New Game Plus for anything, because I'm not putting time towards that right now. But this game has really good movement, so. Next is probably my power submission, actually. I think this one has a very strong shot of getting in. Stephanie is a kind of puzzle arcadey platformer. This game absolutely fucks. It has really good movement. It is very fun to run. At least in my opinion, and I'm like the only runner for this game. So if it gets in, there's some obscurity factor to it. I think I make this game entertaining. It has a lot of cool skips too. Like this one I just randomly skipped to, Pog, is just some out-of-bounds stuff. You can phase through death planes by entering the game's photo mode, which is what this is. So, very easy. Gets us to the next objective or whatever. I think this game has a very solid shot. I would like this game to get in because I enjoyed playing it and learning it a lot. So it'd be cool if it got in. But I wouldn't be too shocked if this one didn't hit either. Bomber Cyberpunk. Fuck. Do I have to show gameplay of this one? Co-op Blackout Bingo. This was just the cute little submission because Lemmy was submitting BRC anyways, and I love bingo in this game, so we just submitted this. This has like basically no shot. What's Bomber Cyberpunk? So true. This has basically no shot because this was run last GDQ. If it happens, it's only because it's a bingo showcase instead. But I do think there's some flavor to this, and I think it would be a good run. Just too soon for it, I think. And then lastly, another game that I'm very excited for, Paradise Marsh, is a really cool bug catching simulator. But it has really cool movement. Ignore me skipping to the part where I choke. Has really good movement. It's very fun. It's very heavily RNG based, so kind of trying to explain the RNG generation while actually adapting to the RNG is really difficult, but it's really fun. Has some really good movement, but there are some problems with this game. But I think this one has really good chances because the developer has like beaten my time in this game. The developer currently has world record, just unsubmitted, like unrecorded, and I'm like 90% sure I could get them on commentary as long as it's a good time or a good like slot for them. So I think there's a very strong chance for that, and I think that'd be interesting. And would kind of free me up from some of the legwork of explaining this game, frankly. But yeah, this game's fucking sick. It's very good. But yeah, that's all of my submissions. At least for the first submission period. Haxum was asking before the stream started, but I am planning on submitting one thing with the Backshop Boys. If you know what those are, then I'm sorry. But I'm planning on submitting content warning. This game feels like it'd be silly and goofy. It would fit in to a silly block or a horror block really well. What's a bomb rush? I don't think they will let that past TSA. Wait, has Lemmy broke the news to you? No. Has he dropped Sag? Lemmy's fake. But yeah, I think this would be a silly submission, but we'll see. And then, the other game, if I don't get in with the first 5 submissions, would be... He's joining another... Oh my god. He hates us. What the hell? Messed up. It's okay, we'll beat him. But the other game is Pepper Grinder, if I don't get in during the first submission period. Then I'll probably gun for this. If I do get in the first submission period, then I'm not gonna submit for the second one. I'd rather someone who is better at this game than me get this one in, but I'll submit it if, like, I don't get in and, you know, no one else submits it, which I don't know if people will or not. But this game fucks. It's really fun. I haven't been running it much off stream because I've just been busy, but I could use an excuse to get back into it. But yeah. That's all my submissions, all my plans for second submission period as well. So now we can go back to Sonic games. Woo! Wait. There we go. Okay. Trying to think, like, big? No. Japanese big breakaway. Oh boy, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Can't think of any other Sonic games that I'm not including in this. I guess we'll find them out eventually. But yeah, I'm gonna start actually with... Okay, can we sort this better? Thank you. I'm gonna start with Sonic Adventure. First off, Relay was last year still. And I think Relay really just covers like 99% of categories in this game. So I think these don't have a very good shot, unfortunately. 130 emblems is long, but this would go hard. I'm kind of surprised that people didn't submit like the Knuckles categories. Typically, like Spacebar and Alpha do that. So like Centurion and times 20s or whatever. But yeah, I just don't think it's been long enough. Like big emblems, I don't think has much pool, and the rest have been just covered by Relay in the last year, and I don't think enough time has passed. So I think all of these end up getting declined. I did get Shadow. Don't worry. You know what, we can go ahead and go to Shadow, because there's a kind of interesting Shadow submission here. There's a Dark Normal Hero Missions Glitchless Relay. Relays have become a trend in submissions. I'm not a big fan of them. I think very few games pull them off effectively. I do think Shadow is one of the games that do, but I also think that this has problems. Playing the same stage 3 times in the first stage, fucking, what's it called? I don't know. Let's see. I forget what this stage is called. Wait, I can just look at the levels. Westopolis, right. Playing Westopolis 3 times for the 3 different missions is relatively boring, in my opinion. The missions don't really change it up enough, and that's like a solid 6 minutes of an hour 20 run. Granted, it's very spread out, so like it's not that big a deal, but to me that kind of I don't love that. Otherwise, I mean, I don't have any problems really with this submission. And I think a relay of this game would be cool, but we did see it last SGDQ, which is a good time to introduce one of my favorite websites, GDQ VODs. As we can see when Shadow the Hedgehog was last ran, and it was in SGDQ as a bid war. So I still don't think this has the pool that it needs. Then again, that did happen with the Sadix relay in of itself. Oh, I need to change the topic. Where the relay came after the year that Gamma Story was shown off by KD4. So true, Ace Bats. One of them did put Nintendo Wii. Or one of them put Wii instead of Nintendo Wii. Fucked up. But yeah. I mean, I like the submission. I just think not enough time has passed, and ultimately, I think Shadow will always be kind of a bid war game, where you have the bid war between the 3 paths instead of something where you do multiple paths, just because of the first stage being played in all 3 paths. But this game fucks. I do like this game a lot, but I don't think enough time has passed, really. And while a relay is cool, it doesn't do enough to kind of bring me to it. I'm looking at Mario and Sonic the Olympic Winter Games. I think this is kind of a miracle if this gets in. It's a very long DS game that kind of takes up 2 categories at once that are very competitive, both Mario and Sonic. If you aren't kind of familiar with how games like get picked from these big popular series, generally spin-offs have their own dedicated time slot, and then main games, mainlines, have their own kind of dedicated time. That changes from event to event. You don't always have the same amount, but generally You don't want something cutting into both time slots for both games. Ultimately, I've seen this run before. It's fine. But I think this is just a really hard sell, particularly because of the length and that it's Mario and Sonic. If it was just Sonic, if this was 2 hours of a Sonic sports game, then it wouldn't be that big a deal. It'd still be a rough submission to ever get accepted, I think. But it'd be a little bit stronger. But Shadow the Hedgehog SX. This is a mod of the game that makes it more speedrunner friendly. It's a submission, I'll say that. Bad news. I always like seeing people in the chat see themselves get rejected and then just say, like, talk in chat for the first time. It's very funny. What's up? It sure is a submission. I saw you run it for Going Places, I believe. It also say this game fucks. I played this game as a child. It's actually cracked, but 3 hours. Shadow the Hedgehog SX is a mod of the game that turns it more speedrunning friendly. I don't know. This one's rough. I have personal qualms with this mod because I don't think it does enough to make Shadow a better speed game, but I also don't know enough about Shadow to speak to that really. Yeah, the same thing with this one. I think it has a little bit more pull because of the whole mod part of the game, but then I think this goes into the territory where you're competing with fan game time, and Sonic fan games generally get time allotted to them, generally. Sometimes they get skipped out on fan game submissions, but generally you get 1 or 2. And I don't think this is one that pulls off for a lot of the same reasons as Shadow not being something that interests me this event, personally. But I do think this has a better shot than Shadow Relay, just in the fan game pool. Next on the list, just going down, is Sonic 3 and Knuckles. We'll save this for a minute, because I have opinions about this game. But there's a problem with submitting this event, I think. Because Sonic Adventure 2, All Stories Relay. I actually helped with this submission, so I'm like slightly biased. I think this has a very solid shot. SA2 was shown last event. I don't think that matters. I think this is a case of what makes this run more special than the other relays, because I don't think they take many relays this event, personally. I think otherwise, if they take too many, the trend dies really hard this event. At least that's kind of how it is in my mind. I know people really like relays. I don't, but that's okay. But I helped some with this event. I helped them like get the submission together, and I personally really like this submission. I think it's been fucking 9 years since All Stories has been shown off before, and Dawn and Savik are 2 very good players of the game, with Hero and Dark Story respectively. And then the tag teaming of Last Story is really cute, really clever way to make this a good 2-player submission. My main thing is like the relay. I don't know. Relays are a hard sell. I think there's something that needs to make it really special, particularly. Like, last event, there was a Majora's Mask relay that was split up generally based on time committed, and I don't like that. I think that's a kind of cheap way to make a relay feasible. It doesn't... Then again, I don't know that much about Majora's Mask, so... Maybe there are, like, reasonable story points to split it up, and maybe that's what they did, but... I only watched the, like, beginning intro, and it seemed like they were splitting it up on time. I don't know. Either way... Relay for this game makes a lot of sense. And then 2 top players, been a long time. Whether or not this gets in is kind of a depends to me. But I'm not really sure, because if this game gets in, SA2 dies for maybe 3 or 4 events. It doesn't get in for a very long time. I will say though, I think Dark Story New Game has basically no shot. I would really like to see this game, this run get in, but you know, if Relay is a depends, then I don't think just a basic story run would get in. Ooh, okay. These are 2 Black Horse submissions, or Dark Horse submissions in my opinion, because I fucking love Secret Rings. Kuro knows that I am Secret Rings' strongest soldier. I absolutely love this run. Any percent is just amazing. It's goated. I love this run. But I'll go for the goal stages is an hour 20 faster. And I know Dysphora has been submitting this for a long time, like at least 3 or 4 events now, I think. And it hasn't gotten into this up to this point, so I think there's a very strong chance it does. Secret Rings is just unpopular and kind of like disliked generally, I think. Not that that makes it less likely, just it doesn't fit well into like silly game or awful game. It kind of fits well in the awful game block, but it's not awful games, so you know. Yes, Hypnotics, my ass be talking about Sonic. It's nice to get the big series out of the way first, but what's up? Thank God. I also talked about this with Osmorn, which Osmorn did a very similar stream to this. Okay, Toxic capital D colon, where we talked about Sonic, and I had some opinions, but we'll get there, we'll get there. Personally, I really like any percent, but I think it's very unlikely. I think I'll go for the goal stages is like a chance, but it's kind of 50-50 to me. Ultimately, though, I've seen the go for the goal stages run. I just don't think it's very interesting. It's a lot of using the same, like, abilities, and then a few, like, momentum tricks, and I don't find that very interesting for Secret Rings specifically. The reason I like any percent so much is that it's much more focused on level-to-level execution, and actually, like, controlling Sonic in his most vanilla state, and then leveling up Sonic as you go, because Secret Rings has a lot of, like, RPG elements to it, where you level Sonic up and he gets new abilities and stuff like that, where I think that's a really interesting route, deviation from, like, other Sonic games, stuff like that. So I personally enjoy any percent for a lot of the reasons I don't enjoy go for the goal stages, which makes it a hard sell for me to accept go for the goal stages if I'm declining any percent. One day, any percent will be in the marathon, though. It's so good. Color splash music. I just have a, like, relaxing video game music mix going on in the background. I don't know. Hopefully it's good enough. I know it has some Katamari in here, so I'm fine, actually. And when we get to the Katamari music, we'll fucking... we'll be jamming. Sonic Battle. Sonic Battle is one hell of a game. If I'm being honest, it was upgraded Emerald, right? If I'm being honest, I think this game is kind of boring. Is Sonic Battle the infamous submission feedback game? It sure is. Context being that when GDQ So, if you've never submitted before, which I assume is not very many of you if you're in this stream, if you've never submitted before, GDQ gives you the opportunity to get feedback on your runs by submitting to a forum, Google form, in order to get some words back from Games Committee on why they didn't take your run. And this submission got asked about, or was requested feedback for, and GDQ got some fire because they said, we don't think fighting games speedruns are good, basically, in short. You know, the phrasing is bad, but I kind of agree with what they're saying, is that this isn't a good fighting game speedrun. Particularly Upgraded Emerald, I don't think is a very good fighting game speedrun. So, I don't know. I personally don't think this game has it going for it. Because ultimately, it's like, when you're in character fights, particularly in Upgraded Emerald, from what I understand, is it's just a lot of Emerald doing the a lot of Emerald doing the fighting. What's up, Distro? Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. How was your stream? Thank you for the shout out, Hypnotics. Hello gamers. How were the runs? I assume you were doing runs. If you aren't familiar with who I am or what we're doing, this is a SGDQ submission review stream. We're going through all 1,400 submitted runs, and I'm sure we'll see Distro eventually. But I am Shovelclaws. I really enjoy speedruns, and I'm very normal about them. So we're just talking about them. Not yet, because we just started 40 minutes ago, and we're talking about Sonic, unfortunately. But we'll get there eventually, I'm sure. But yeah, I appreciate it. Good to hear that your practice went well. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for the raid. There ain't no sanity clause. Okay. Distro is going to be a participant as a remote runner Giga Chad. So true. Ah, I see. That makes sense. I don't blame you either. Remote runner slots are very hard to get. It has to be stuff that's really, really exciting, I think. And then it's like, oh boy. Even then it's pretty hard. But I wish you luck. Either way. I mean, personally, I like Splinter Cell. But we did see Splinter Cell last event, so yeah. The only remote run I have strong feelings for is MKDS. I have strong feelings about MKDS too, but we'll talk about that when we get to Mario spin-offs. But yeah, back to Sonic Battle. I don't know, these runs are relatively uninteresting in my opinion, because I think it's a lot, at least from what I know, I could be wrong, a lot of letting Emerald do the carrying, and I don't think that's very entertaining. However, I see what this runner is going for. This is a bid war submission, almost 100%. They all three have the same exact times. And I wouldn't be surprised if this gets in as a bid war, because Sonic desperately needs bid wars. So true, Hib. Look at you being a good mod. Congrats. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think a bid war does this for me, personally. Like, I just have qualms with this as a fighting game speedrun. I should probably watch this a bit more, but I don't. Because for context, Upgraded Emerald is just like the most powerful like character in the game. He's basically S+ tier while everyone else is below S tier. So like, you just let him do all the work. I don't know. And like even the description is like, it uses a large library of moves available at Emerald's disposal to make easy work of enemies. I don't know. There doesn't seem to be much, like, actual challenge, I feel like. But, I don't know. Your mod queue sucks? I don't think I've looked at my mod queue ever, if I'm being real. Let's see how bad my mod queue sucks. Let me check. Oh, SRC mod queue? Oh wow. It's not that bad. It's mostly Spark 2. Look, I'll get to it eventually. It's not my fault people submitted nearly double-digit IL runs in like the span of like a few weeks. Tempest jump scare. So true. Rest is just stuff we haven't gotten to. It's fine. Look, don't roast me. Sonic CD restored. We'll talk about this in a bit. I want to get through some of the more modern stuff before we talk about Classic Sonic, because I think Classic Sonic is kind of a foregone conclusion. Colors Ultimate, Game Land, and Egg Shuttle. I think both of these have very little chance. Has Egg Shuttle really changed at all? How long was the Ultimate run? So what's the estimate on this? 55 minutes, so 5 minutes faster. I don't think this has a very good shot. I don't know. I don't see why this as a solo run is better than the race that they've already done in the past year and a half. I'm not really sure. Gameland, I think Gameland is just kind of rough, I think. I don't really like it as a category in of itself. A lot of the stages just I don't think are very interesting. And again, I don't think I've ever actually watched a Gameland speedrun, because, I mean, look at it. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely don't remember Gameland being that interesting to me when I, really played Colors. Granted, I didn't get very far in Colors Ultimate, so my bad. I don't like this game just in general, but, you know, unrelated. Yeah, I don't know. I think this submission is unlikely just because of Egg Shuttle being the real, main category, and can't believe Scourge is in Sonic Colors. Wow, incredible. And Egg Shuttle was shown off as a really, spectacular race, so I don't know. I think unlikely. Forces. First, I don't think no rental is that interesting to me. It kind of removes some of the cool parts of the Avatar stages, I think, in my mind. But maybe it makes them cooler, who knows? Any percent no rental. I don't think this game is a hard no, though. I think this has a decent chance. It has been a long time since Forces got in, but I'm not sure if this game is something that gets reruns, you know? Mostly because I don't think Forces really makes anyone hype, you know? It doesn't have that Sonic, X factor that a lot of runs do, in my opinion. Last time Forces got in was the last time Mario Kart DS got in, Pog. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, this run getting in isn't impossible, but I think it's unlikely. I'm not, like, the biggest Forces fan, and I think many people aren't either, so I just don't think this is, like, worth the Sonic time, especially with both categories being an hour. At least IMO. I'm also not sure what the distinction of New Game Plus is, if I'm being, like, completely honest. Because I didn't think that, like... I didn't think this game had real, like, upgrades? Am I wrong? I could be wrong. And gets weapons? So this is just any percent, like, rental avatars. I know Superstars was submitted. Dream Team actually wasn't, which I was really surprised to see. New item mashing after no cutscenes dialogue, new item mashing. It makes the run more digestible for sure. Can you do the stages in any order? Because Forces doesn't have like side stages, does it? I don't think you can. Yeah, let's read the run description. All 30 story stages on a completed file. Story order. Completed was it? Rental system not allowed. Spin avatars in between stages is allowed. So the Shadow Reskin DLC, Pog. Use of the Supersonic DLC is not allowed. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I don't see why this makes it interesting versus an hour of another Sonic game that would be more hype, I think. I know Forces is, like, overhated at this point, but, I mean... this is, like, one of the very few Sonic games where everyone just kind of agrees that this game is fine. And the speedrun's good, but it also is Sonic Forces, so I don't think this brings much attention. Riders. I'm surprised Team Bid War hasn't gotten in at this point, if I'm being completely honest. I think this run is very solid, like, as a Bid War. Silly game block? I think this is a very likely story. Okay, this was CD restored. I think this is very likely, if I'm being real. My camera got disconnected. I'm gonna assume I accidentally hit my camera cord or something. Hello, chat. Yeah. Did you submit remote this event? Damn. Lucky. That makes sense. Your ass should just afford $2,000 travel each year. Duh. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the submission, as always. I think this submission is really good, and I was surprised it didn't get in SGDQ, but SGDQ had, you know, a pretty stacked Sonic block, arguably. Well, Sonic block, it wasn't a block, but, you know, it had stacked Sonic stuff. So, I don't know, I would like this, but I think it probably gets declined, depending on what else exists. I'll put this on the pins for now. Let's get declined out of here. This is what my grandparents would have wanted me to spend my inheritance on. So true. Okay, immediately 6 hours of Sonic Frontiers is not getting in. Just, this is like too much Sonic. Limited text selection versus another story, though. I think this is... Why did Zora not submit another story? Why did we do any percent another ending? Just submit another story, brother. I don't think any percent another ending gets in. That's too much. But I do think another story gets in. So, you know, sorry, Zora. Limited text selection versus another story. I don't think limited text selection gets in. I love this category, but it's just too long and it's not interesting enough, I think. Like, I love this game's movement, but I think you're competing with another story just inherently based off the newer nature of another story. And through that, you have to kind of capitulate a little bit. If you want Frontiers to get in, it's another story, or it doesn't get in my mind. But I think this gets in soon, sooner than later. Like, take another year between, or a year or two between Frontiers. I think LTS gets in, because I think this game has really good movement, and it shines really well. But you're competing with another story here, which is just unfortunate. But, side order any percent, we'll get to that after Sonic then. Very well. Yeah, I don't know. Another story just gets in my mind. It's new, it's hot, has been shown before. It's Alpha too. Alpha did the showcase of any percent. So I think, you know, this has some good continuity. It's interesting. Its run is good. So, good old PC Steam. So true. Sonic Heroes. Oh boy. Okay. So, Sonic Heroes, when was the last time Sonic Heroes got in? Sonic Heroes on Wii. This is the Team Sonic task, right? And then Team Sonic versus Team Chaotix. So it's been nearly 3 years since Heroes got in. And everyone's like, oh, every event, Heroes is gonna get in, but the reason that Heroes hasn't gotten in is because it got accepted as a Team Dark run by Revolution. And Revolution couldn't do the run, because he had to do it on hardware, he was used to emulator, couldn't adjust in time. So it dropped. And generally, when you drop a run that has been accepted before for circumstances such as that, not quite, that's the story I heard, but close, I guess. Fair enough. But when you drop a run like that, generally you are allowed to submit it again and it automatically gets accepted. And that is about a year on cash-in. So a year has now passed. It didn't get into SGDQ, which I was kind of surprised by. I guess that's what has still technically been a year from when he submitted, because it was supposed to be in SGDQ 23, but, you know, Revolution didn't submit. So, Sid did run Heroes in 2020. It was as a bid war. So, long time ago, either way, Human Runner versus TAS. But, now that Revolution hasn't submitted in that year since, it is very likely to get in, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was Team Sonic LTS. I said this opinion on Roz's stream as well. I think Team Sonic LTS is probably the best showcase of this game, pure movement-wise. However, I think had Katie not learned this game, it probably would have been Team Rose. But then Katie learned the game, so fuck. Ads in a minute 30, by the way. If you want to skip the ads, then sub, but... Or use an ad blocker if it works, I don't know. But, because Katie learned this, I think Team Rose doesn't get in, which is unfortunate. Also say, I don't think Team Sonic PC gets in just immediately. Like, PC is interesting. I'm also 99% sure Nacho submitted as a remote runner, 99% sure. But I don't think this gets in, just because GameCube is generally the more competitive version of the game. just mainly. But Team Sonic LTS is like my favorite category of this game personally, so I think this has very strong chances. Team Rose would be my second pick, I think, and then I don't know, or doing unrestricted or LTS would be third. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen a super hard mode run Sonic Heroes. But my understanding was Critical Sid wasn't playing this game anymore, but I guess he still is. Pog. Super hard mode. LTS. It says, is this just Team Sonic? Or are there other teams? It looks like it's just Team Sonic. That's kind of lame. I would have liked a category that is like, you know, like a mix of all the movement tech from each team. I don't know. I don't think super hard mode is like super interesting. It's about as interesting as other LTS categories. It just makes it a little bit more hectic because of the enemy placements and like stage alterations. But yeah, I think personally, I will say Team Sonic LTS. But I think Team Rose is a very close second, and I would be hard pressed to actually make a decision between these in a like vacuum. Another reason I kind of lean towards LTS is because I think bot boosts have been seen a lot. They are arguably a very like infamous technique from this game, so it'd be nice to see LTS as a not bot boost category. Yeah, personally, I think Sonic LTS gets in, and the rest of the hero stuff gets cut. Because of my opinion on heroes, though, I think I'll decline All Stories Relay for SA2. Generally, I don't like overlapping the same eras of Sonic games, even if you kind of have the room to with what we're about to talk about, I think. No, we still have a bit to go. Little bit to go. Especially with classic Sonic being in the predicament it is. I think you have a little bit more room to overlap some, but I don't think you do. Lost World versus Lost World 3DS. My ass will always fight for Lost World 3DS. I think this game is like a sleeper agent. It is a fantastic speedrun. I also don't think Lost World itself gets in. I'm trying to think. Lost World. Has been shown before in 2016 by Darkspine Sonic. What the fuck do you mean it's been nearly 8 years? Guess it's been over 8 years at this point. This is SGDQ. Jesus Christ. I could see this. Realistically. How long was this? 125? 120. So what's up, Tempest? I've been in the Sonic zone. Lost World... Yeah, I don't know. Lost World sure is a fucking game. I don't know. This only being 5 minutes difference in 6 years, 8 years rather, kind of throws me off. I would have expected this to be a little bit more refined. Maybe that's just Critical Sid's time. No, he has a 10-minute generous estimate. Okay. Fair enough. I think if Lost World gets in, it's much more likely for 3DS to get in. Is kind of my read here. While it's 8 minutes faster from 2016 to now on PC, I don't know if 6 minutes convinces me that it's worth it yet. And a lot of the techniques, at least, a lot of the like movement tech in Lost World Wii U, PC, whatever, HD, I don't fucking know, is also seen in Lost World 3DS, and I think Lost World 3DS is a better run, if I'm being real. Because this game has some insane movement, and Brandino is arguably the GOAT of this category and run. So personally, I think this run is better, personally. All speed stages specifically is just like constant, it's like nuts movement, and like a lot of really cool skips. And Brandino is like, this is like Brandino's game. So I think I could be convinced here. Let me see. Let me think. So you don't have much classic rep this game, this event. You have a lot of Mania submissions. Sonic R, Superstars, 06. When was 06 last shown? Hi, GDQ bots. 2021? Hey, Gordon. That's interesting. Is there only one 06 submission? No, there's Project 06. I would count that. Fair enough. My ass is not accepting PS3 Sonic 06, so... Oh boy, that game onto the PS3 is rough. I'm tempted to accept this, but I think I'll put it on Depends for now. Sonic Mania. I think if you take a 2D Sonic, it's Superstars. The only problem with that is that there's only one Superstar submission, and it's Amy. So... And I'm not sure what the Amy run looks like of this, is my main thing. I'll figure that out in a bit. I'll say now I don't think Hang Glider % is super likely. The 20-minute kind of funny run. It's arguably Silly Block contender. But my ass can't think of a Silly Block, if I'm being real. I don't have that skill set. So... Claris Encore mode. Also all emeralds. And Argix submitted Sonic Tails good ending, no major glitches. I'll say now, I don't think no major glitches for this game feels right. Because Mania runs have like gotten really broken since they last got shown off, I believe. Stop clicking new tab. Because I don't think you had a lot of the skips that you did when this was last shown. So I don't think no major glitches is right for this game right now. It's also been fucking, oh my god, what's up, Games Committee? Why does Sonic get so mistreated? Also, why is Metroid Crimes Fatales run here? Whatever. God, Sonic Mania... Sonic needs more fucking time dedicated to it, man. What the hell? We have like 4 hours. And we have like 10 trillion good runs. Yeah, I think no major glitches doesn't make sense for this. But I also don't know if Encore mode makes sense for this. Hang glider. Yeah, but Amy is a mod. You can't mod the Switch version of Sonic Mania. Encore mode, all emeralds. I don't know, I feel like 2D Sonic is in a really weird state right now. Maybe it's time to go and talk about it, but last event was the Sonic Origins Relay, which showed all 4 games. I don't have to spend much time here, it's Knuckles beat the game from Origins. We just saw Knuckles go through Origins last game, or last event. Aw, this seems like a pretty easy decline. Sonic Origins has made Classic Sonic very weird this event, because all 4 of the mainline games, where, see, I don't know, it's fucking SGDQ VODs is a great website, except when it's not, and a lot of the times it's not. It's convenient, but it's not good. But, Classic Sonic is in a strange spot because of that. And I think it's very hard to choose a good 2D run because of it. And if the 2D even gets in, which I'm not convinced it does, in all honesty, it's Sonic Superstars, which didn't get in second submission period because of Origins, really. So I don't know. I'm hard pressed on my opinions on Classic Sonic here. Is my main point. Ultimately, I don't think Classic Sonic gets in. Whether or not you, or I guess just 2D Sonic in general, which is, you know, kind of rough. Even though like CD Restored is technically fan game time slots, I think it's more likely for a different fan game we'll talk about in a bit to get in. Just because of the whole 2D Sonic thing being a problem. But accepted 2 hours of Sonic now. And that's with Heroes and Frontiers, I believe. Yeah, thereabouts. So and also decline Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Why are you all the way down here? Come on. Anyways. Also Sonic the Hedgehog 1. We can get out of here. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 on Sonic Superstars, if I'm being real. I think Sonic Superstars has a chance, but I don't know if Amy has a chance. Amy is interesting, I think. I don't know. Wait, let's look. Sonic Superstars. Amy. I don't know. I'm kind of sad that like this leaderboard is so strange. I'm kind of sad that like any percent didn't get submitted really, because this game is a really good any percent run, but no one submitted it. And like, especially like Tails. I feel like Tails is a particularly good run in this game. 5 minutes off road record. It's kind of a lot. I can't lie. For a 2D Sonic game, that feels like a lot. Yeah. I'm not really sure. I personally kind of feel like Superstars submissions are lacking this event, which is surprising. And the person who submitted Amy is 5 minutes off record. don't know why that is. Is Amy just like a lot of like fast platforming, or are there actual sequence breaks in this run? I imagine there have to be. Like, there's no shot that all of the other characters get insanely broken, but Amy doesn't, you know? Surely. I guess it makes more sense for like Tails to be the most broken. I don't know. I think ultimately I just really wish Tails got submitted instead. Because Tails in this game is just absolutely busted. And I don't know if I'm convinced that Amy will put on the same kind of show. Because I think this game shines when it's a glitchy fucking mess. And Tails is the, like, most broken of the characters, so... I don't know. That one's a, like, rough cut, I think. Like, either way, accepting or declining. Sometimes you get those runs that just, like, you want, but it's, like, a category that you don't like as much. And generally, I'm not the type to, like, settle with a category that I don't like as much, even if it's a newer game. Like, generally, I think it makes more sense if it's not a good, like, the best showing, at least in my mind, of the game itself. Even if it's new, I think, like, skipping it makes sense. Or, like, not accepting it makes sense versus, like, putting on a half as good show of the game itself, personally. Project 06. This run is weird because, in my mind, it makes much more sense for this game to be accepted once it's finished. That said, P06 is, like, one of the most polished fan games, right, out there right now. I feel like it'd be a mistake not to accept this by now. At least, like, at this point, because this has been rejected 2 or 3 times, not 3 or 4, 2 or 3 times, and every time it comes as a surprise. That said, it also makes sense, because this game gets glitches patched out of it like they're fucking AAA devs. It's insanely frustrating as a runner, or like as someone who was interested in this game, for speedrunning tricks to be patched out of the game. That said, I would not be surprised of a character bid war. And I think if this gets in, it's as a character bid war. But I feel like this kind of depends. We have 2 very good 3D reps already. And we don't really have any 2D rep. Which kind of makes me want to say... I'm gonna go ahead and decline Shadow Story, I think. I don't know why it's coming down here, that's really annoying. Which makes me think that Project 06 doesn't get in. But that's if we keep these 2, which I feel like I kind of want to keep these 2. But I think if we accept P06, we're cutting out the 2 that we've put under depends. Anyways, 06 I don't think it's in. It's Shadow on PS3. I mean, Shadow's cool, but I prefer this as a 360 showcase because it removes the load time. Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Let's see. Shadow, PlayStation 3. Fucking, even that then. His load list is a 15. Wait, I'm sorry. Your PB is a RTA 1 hour and 20, but you're submitting it as a 59, which isn't even your load list PB. Okay. I don't know. This is like awful game submission, but it's... I don't know. This description also isn't like jazzing me. Yes, I am submitting the worst version of this game, which has horrible loading times, great, downtime, more glitches, and jankiness that spice up the run. Okay, yeah, it's 06. Shadow Story, we play as a cool hedgehog shadow that no one can stop. We go out of bounds, glitch through doors, buy a bunch of stuff to simply go fast. Yeah, it's a speedrun, I know. Sonic, but good. It's Shadow, but still Sonic, yes. This description off-puts me more than it actually sells me. Also, I'm gonna remove my run from this list. Okay, we've narrowed it down pretty far. Sonic R. Sonic R is always in a weird spot because it's so short, even with like 100% no out of bounds. It's also been shown off quite a few times recently as well in 22. And honestly, I think while this category is unique and interesting, I don't know if I'd really want it. If this gets in, I think that's the last time we see it for a long time, because from 2017 to 2022, and the only real category that ever gets shown is 100% no out of bounds. So, ultimately, I don't think this is super likely, just for the, like, repetitiveness of this getting accepted. Which brings us to two pending runs, which is between Sonic Project 06 and Sonic Robo Blast 2. And I kind of lean towards Sonic Robo Blast 2, if I'm being real. Because there isn't classic rep. There's not good classic rep, at least, in my opinion. And I think Robo Blast 2 is a reasonable thing to accept if you are lacking on classic rep. If I'm being real. Because it has the flavor of classic Sonic. Even if it's technically 3D, you know, technically because Doom Engine and everything is more like a faux 3D than it is real 3D. At least I think, if I understand it. Well, I don't. Anyways. Even if this game is a 3D game, it kind of fills the void of classic Sonic. My one thing is that Sonic Robo Blast 2 has been shown before. By Lemon, which is arguably one of the best Sonic Robo Blast 2 players of all time. And, like, he still has world record, that's insane. And, like, I don't know. I don't know if All Emeralds has something, it has the draw to it that I think just raw any percent does. Even if it kind of fills a classic Sonic void that exists, I think it makes sense to go with Project 06 over this as a bid war to get a, like, bid war incentive going for Sonic. I guess it's not too unreasonable to take both. I think that's a lot of fan game. No, I'm realizing that in the context of what I've created at least, which I think these two are very likely, I think is a reasonable mindset to have, that Cart is a really good submission because it fills both of these holes but is longer. Anyways. Sonic Robo Blast 2 and Project 06 is a lot of fan game time, is my main concern. Though I guess that's not necessarily a bad thing. Fuck it. I think I'm gonna take both. I'm gonna take this as a character bid war though. And then I'm gonna accept this as well. Even if it's been shown relatively recently, I think this is a good kind of fill for classic Sonic. Which brings us to our 4 Sonic games, because that's all we can allow. GDQ, please give us more time for Sonic runs. 3 hours of Sonic, Sonic Frontiers, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Project 06, and Sonic Roboblast 2. Which I feel like is a bit unbalanced, but ultimately, I wouldn't be surprised for this lineup. It leans a bit heavier in the adventure direction, and doesn't have new stuff, except for Frontiers, I guess. So, I guess it does have new stuff, but I think this makes sense to me, arguably. That's all it matters. So get fucked. Anyways, I'm gonna put a note. It'd be cool if my like fucking right-click context menus didn't pop up off screen. There we go. Character Bridwater, smile. Alright. So now we have Axum's Splatoon side order. Let's get it. Splatoon side order. You know what? Let's just look at all of Splatoon. Fuck it. Weebo. While we're here. That said, I don't think Octo Expansion has a chance. I know Octo Expansion recently got a pretty big change, or am I thinking of Splatoon 3? Splatoon 2 Octo Expansion. $106. Okay, never mind. I am not remembering correctly. I think I'm thinking of Splatoon 3, because it got a pretty big skip in any percent recently. That said, I think this is super unlikely. I think Splatoon 2, or Splatoon side order just takes it. So, feel pretty solid declining this just based on the Splatoon 3 side order versus Octo Expansion. Splatoon 3 side order is basically a shoo-in, in my opinion. It's one of the most popular games on SRC right now. Very new, very hot. My main thing is I have no fucking clue what run gets in, if I'm being honest. I have 3 submissions, any percent new, and 2 New Game Plus Marie's Palette submissions. Side order is the byproduct of mixing classic elements of Nintendo's movement shooter franchise, Splatoon, with typical roguelike gameplay. Early community discoveries found ways to turn the game structure on its head through easily manipulable RNG, which created highly optimized and extremely consistent runs. The result is a high-powered, fast-paced showcase showing the fullest potential of the Charger Kit. Interesting. So this seems like really manipulated roguelike gameplay, which I generally dislike, if I'm being real. I think part of the fun of roguelike runs is that it's so random, and if you remove that, you're just left with a relatively generic genre run, insert whatever genre it is here. So 3D shooter platformer run. So I don't know about this as just a raw submission, personally at least. Instead of precisely navigating a series of obstacle courses with a meticulously crafted route, Splatoon 3's new DLC campaign opts for an intense race up 30 different layers of the Order Spire. Each floor offers 3 random levels for the player to choose from, all ranging in different challenges and rewards, creating a nerve-wracking speedrun that tests the player's Splatoon skills, wits, and quick thinking. No 2 runs are the same, and every run is a different experience. See, I like this because it leans into that aspect, but it's long. It's my main thing. An hour 10 for Splatoon 3, I don't know. Splatoon 3 Side Order is a roguelike expansion that follows the ending of Splatoon 2's final Splatfest. There are 30 stories of tower, and each level you complete will reward you with upgrades. Unlike other Splatoon speedruns, the set of levels is random every time. Players are forced to think quickly and choose the fastest path to the top. Allows all permanent upgrades, so it is a relatively safe and consistent category. Fair. I don't know. There have been roguelike games shown before that don't finish. In fact, it's fairly common, arguably. That's the nature of roguelikes, and I think that's interesting. Saying that in a run is really enjoyable. So, I also kind of lean any percent. Are you an actual game selector for SGDQ, or are you guessing what the staff is going to pick? Neither. I'm doing my own schedule based on my own personal preferences, and I also don't work for GDQ because I would be breaking NDA if I did and I was doing this. But yeah, no, I don't work for GDQ. Although, if it wasn't obvious by me doing these, it would be fucking awesome if I did, and I would enjoy it a lot. But I don't. And that's okay. Yeah. I think ultimately I like that this leans into the random element of it. Let's see, is any percent... Oh wait, all this long? Ooh. 110 estimate? That's like near the bottom of the leaderboard. Like, world record is nearly 20 minutes faster. The stream is sponsored by GDQ. Smile. What's up, Juho? Also, what's up, Reiji? See, this time difference is, like, kind of a deal breaker, honestly, for me. Thank you. Damn. Thank you for the sponsorship, Distro. This was sudden, but I'm sure I will do your company proud. Let's go. Wonder if anyone submitted F-Zero99. That'd be cool. Lantro's good at most Splatoon games. Wait, I'm goated? Doesn't have a world record? Satch. But it makes sense. Okay, I will actually swap to whichever one of these two has the better New Game Plus. Run, then. Also, chat. Why? Okay, this person is last place. FCS. This person is 16th in IGT. 22 RTA. Do they play set seed? Save seed? I guess so. Yeah, I mean, this one seems to be New Game Plus like random seed. I feel like did Splatoon 2 and Flossed. Let's see. Yep. They have. They've been on twice with Splatoon 2 Octo expansion as well. Hold on, let's see the viewership spikes. Because surely him flossing is a spike in viewership retention, right? Oh, they did the entire dance. That's so fucking funny, actually. Banger. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I still like the set seed run a little bit more. I think it's interesting. While I like roguelike runs for being random, I do see the angle of here's us optimizing the shit out of this run. No, remove all the RNG. Boom. I do like that angle too. And ultimately, I think if I'm worried about both of these players having a uncompetitive time in their respective categories, then like second place in this category, you know. Also, can I just say this fucking this leaderboard is fucking this leaderboard pisses me off. Like, just why? Why is it like this? Why? I hate roguelikes. Just all of them. And this is mostly why. How many of these actually have runs? Damn, okay, all of them have runs. Never mind, I take it all back. That's crazy. Anyways. Yeah, I think we can go with Marie's Palette New Game Plus by Adept CS. I think this makes sense to me. And like, if I'm worried about the other two being half-baked showcases, then I think this one makes sense. Right. Okay. There we go. Up next, I want to do Mario games, I think. Actually, hold on. Let's do Kirby first. I want to do Kirby first, because my ass can't go through Mario. Kirby games. I feel like I need to remove the gradient on this, actually. Like it's making it hard to see. There we go. I hope this is all the Kirby games. It seems like all the Kirby games. Generally there's one or two Kirby's. 5 hot dogs race. Whew. Banger. So let's sort these A to Z. Thank you. So, personally, I like Kirby a lot. I don't know much about the series though. So this will mostly be based off of how long ago certain games have been shown. Kirby 64. And also the respective runner's skill level. Last shown 2019 by Swordman Kirby. Kirby 64. I personally really fuck with Kirby 64. Seems like any person is not super popular. What actually constitutes 100%? Okay. Wins on the last hit on O2. I'm not sure. This runner has world record. Played on Switch, huh? Interesting. Oh, okay, there's just a 100% file, like, counter. Okay, never mind. Retro games, ugh. Okay. I mean, I personally really fucking like Kirby 64. This game is kind of a sleeper banger, if I'm being real. I feel like this game is like very often forgotten in the Kirby series, arguably. But I'm not sure if there's other good Kirby selections. For now, though, I like this run a lot, and I think it makes a lot of sense to take this one. Personally. Kirby Air Ride. We have 4 Kirby Air Ride submissions. Jesus Christ. 5 hot dogs. 5 hot dogs is a funny meme category. I see this as a silly block contender. Also, a genuinely good speedrun. Like, it is surprising that how good Air Ride is just in general. Kirby Air Ride. I would like this game to get in, if I'm being honest. My god, there's so many fucking categories. Why do you have this world record? It's funny. Dog. Yeah, I mean, City Trial is fucking funny. Kirby Air Ride is... I'm not sure. First of all, second and third place. That's kind of hype. Two clearly very good runners of this game then. I feel like as a race, this would go pretty fucking bonkers, actually. I like this much more than 5 hot dogs as a race. I feel like... it kind of depends what you want from the series, though, I think. If you want silly game, you go 5 hot dog. That's assuming you want air ride at all. you want, you know, a good, like, race showcase of the game, you go race, tracks race. Because I feel like this would be, like, super competitive. What's the estimate on this? 27 minutes, right? 21 minutes. That's really close to record time. Air Ride is fire. I fucking love this game. It has some of the cleanest movement of all times. Wait, this was in AGDQ? Right, this was in AGDQ. Damn. I forgot about this run. I thought it hadn't been shown off since 2019. Oh, this got shown off in 2019 as a race between the two people. Okay, never mind. I don't think you take Air Ride All Tracks as a race then. That's unlucky. I do still want to take 5 hot dogs as a race though. This still goes hard, I think. Kirby Fighters 2. 2 hours. Hours, 15 minutes estimate. I don't know fucking anything about this game, actually. No, wait, I remember seeing this game release. It's just a fighting game. Isn't it? I don't know if I can justify 2 hours of a Kirby fighting game. Just being honest. If this were maybe 15 to 25 minutes, then I could. This took someone 24 hours. What the fuck? Sorry, 32 hours. My bad. Can't count. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I can justify 2 hours of a fighting game. Kind of roguelike-y. What if Kirby was a platform fighter by adding a proper story mode where Kirby and Buddy storm an ever larger tower with roguelike elements? Clam offers some roguelike elements in the run, splurts, strats, and abilities not often seen elsewhere in the series. Yeah. Chapter 5, where Fighter gets one of its biggest chances to shine as Kirby snowballs his way to the top. Yeah, that makes sense. Still 2 hours of what is essentially just a platformer fighter. Even if there's some interesting like roguelike elements, that's 2 hours that I'd rather just have to a dedicated roguelike that is, 1, more popular, 2, doesn't cut out of Kirby time. Like, if you accept this, this is the only Kirby game you're accepting, because it's just too long to accept anything else. Planet Robobot Meta Nightmare returns. I personally fuck with this category a lot. I've seen it run before by Mr. Shasta. Shasta does a good job at showing it. Planet Robobot. I believe he recently showed this for Speed Stuff for Charity. I mean, I think it's fun. I think it's silly. As most Kirby games do. I know it has a lot of interesting, like, IGT strats. Am I blind? There we go. I am blind. It also makes really good use of, like, DS features. So I could see this being feasible. That estimate is lengthy, though. I guess 115 makes sense. It's 110 RTA here about. Generally, I like to stay around the 2 hour mark with Kirby. So a long game and a shorter game, but when was the last time Robobot was shown? Kirby franchise. Wow. When Robobot shown 2017 by the guest. This was a 106. His estimate is longer than the last time it was shown. It has been a long time. 6 years. 7 years? 7 years. I can count. So I don't think that particularly matters. Yeah, no. I think this is a chance. I'll put this under depends for now. We're gonna get rid of declines. Star Allies. Some like NES. Is that the only NES game from Kirby that got submitted? I think it is. Everything else is more modern. Fair enough. Three hours. I feel fine declining a 3-hour-long Kirby game, actually, I think. Kind of the same with this one. It's the only NES game period. Well, yeah, but I was trying to say retro Kirby. I guess, 64 is also retro, arguably. And I guess by now standards, so is Air Ride, but not modern Kirby. Only two for that would be Crystal Shards and Adventure, which I think I prefer Crystal Shards. Dreamland hasn't been shown since 2013. This, I don't think, has been shown, period. Player Plus. Multiplayer strategies are now allowed, and 2 to 4 controllers can be used at once to complete levels faster. I mean, that has some interesting 2-player 2P1C. There we go. I know the acronym. Draw to it. I don't know if it's something that makes me interested in a 2-hour and 45-minute run. Don't get me wrong. I like this run. I think I've seen it before. I think. Let me check. Okay. Thank you, speedrun.com, for not having... It's Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Okay. Fucking... It also has a space in it. Fuck me. This was 100% main mode. 2-player plus. Last place, 20 minutes behind record. I haven't seen this run before, actually. What am I thinking of? Might be thinking of... I think I'm thinking of a DS game. What are the 2-player 1-controller strategies? This is like a pretty long stretch where you're playing single player. Okay, so you kind of use like the second player as a like opt-in like second power-up. I see. I think that's interesting. Used to defeat mid-bosses and bosses faster. That makes sense. That's interesting. I think my main problem with this mission is that he's 20 minutes behind world record. And like, if I want to see this run, I want to see it performed, you know, close to world record level. Man, if only every Kirby runner wasn't Japanese. I said that weirdly. If only... if only the Kirby community wasn't only Japanese runners, then we'd get more Kirby selection. But... The American Kirby community has to carry us, while RTA in Japan gets all the good Kirby selection. Yeah, I think really just like being 20 minutes off record kind of turns me away from accepting this. Unfortunately, like even if it's a cool run, I think 20 minutes is substantial enough to where you're probably not doing the run, a lot of the run strategies. That makes it kind of a problem in my mind. Star Allies. Guest stars as a bid war. I love this idea. I always like this idea. Having, you know, incentive selection for Kirby. Generally, character bid wars do pretty well. Bid wars that, like, actually impact the run in a pretty substantial way do a lot better than, like, cosmetic bid wars, per se. I've seen some of these characters before, Gooey, my beloved. And like, I think this makes a lot of sense to accept 50 minutes. That, like, with Kirby 64 and some of the other, like, longer categories adds up pretty neatly to 2 hours, which is generally the sweet spot for Kirby, in my opinion. That's when it starts, you know, overstaying its welcome, son. So I think this is very likely for me to accept. Superstar Ultra, 2 hours and 15 minutes. I think I'd rather have 2 games with the... Because I think this is the game I was thinking of. Like, 100% fucks in this game. It's absolutely goated. But I think I'd rather have the 2 different games with a little bit of the, like, incentive pool. Triple Deluxe DDD Tour. We could have a non-Kirby block. Triple Deluxe. I always search by category instead of game because I'm really good at this. DDD Tour is very funny. Your estimate's like 30 minutes? Generous, Shasta? No, never mind. No, it isn't. I always forget that DDD Tour is IGT. Right. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I think, yeah, he times RTA here, so. Only 10, it's 10 minutes in, generous. I mean, hey, I love me some DDD. DDD, my beloved. Adds in about 2 minutes. If you don't want to see him, sub to the channel, smile. You also gain channel points double as fast, so... You know, if you want to make me review a specific game, it's an easy way to do it. Yeah, I mean... I like DD Tour a lot. Mostly because it's DDD. Now I'm a little bit biased. I like this guy. I think part of why I don't want to take this is because guest stars is like relatively new, I think. Oh, I opened 3 of them because I'm in full screen, right? No. What? Star Allies is from 2018. That's crazy. I've been seeing this game a lot. thought it was new because of that. It's only two or 4 years after. I can do math. I remember numbers well. I'll say decline for Detour for now. Nightmare in Dreamland. What a nightmare. It's a space, right? I remembered. Yay. This is a GBA game. And Meta Nightmare is fairly interesting. I mean, I've seen this run before. Meta Knight is quite fun, quite funky. Has really interesting movement in this game as well. I could see this mixing like some of the retro and modern stuff. So this is what, 38 minutes was the estimate? Yeah. This is also Meta Nightmare 100%. So a bit different. I'm a Yanni guy today. Should like close this out. So a bit different. I think this makes sense to have, but I don't think I take it. Especially if I have like Meta Nightmare Returns already on the pins. Like this is just shorter Meta Nightmare like selection. But it's also a Beam Queen solo mission, so I think I decline this. I think I just like guest stars more, and kind of the same thing for Squeak Squad. When are we gonna see Kirby's Epic Yarn again, man? Sag. Why hasn't anyone submitted Dream Buffet, you know? Just 2 people have run it and it takes 18 hours. Never mind. That's why we haven't seen it. Jesus. Some of you Kirby runners. Too dedicated to the series, I think. I'm looking for a Squeak Squad. Am I blind? There we go. Damn, this is fucking old. Was any percent? There you go, on hardware. You want emulator? No. Okay. That's fine. Forgotten Land speedruns, I think an hour 15 is around where record is. Kirby games are long. That is Superstar. There we go. Hour 35, never mind. I was gonna run Forgotten Land when it released, but it's on Switch, and I can't record my Switch gameplay, so I just get owned. Yeah, I don't think Squeak Squad is something that I would want to take if like I'm more interested in guest stars. I don't see a reason why this beats out this from like a marathon perspective, because I don't imagine Squeak Squad has any incentives while being the same length. Kirby's Adventure. Gunstar Heroes or Gravity Circuit? I think I'll pick Gravity Circuit from those two, because I like Gravity Circuit a little bit more, but we'll get that. Kirby's Adventure. No major glitches. Not just any percent, because thank God. Kirby's Adventure any percent is very funny. "39 seconds, baby." Land is a really good speedrun. It's relatively glitchless, but it has really good movement, I think. No major glitches, Kirby's Adventure. I don't know. Like... this run is mostly fine. At least from my knowledge. What time was this? Oh, it's Swordsman Kirby. He should have a relatively competitive time. Yeah, he's second on this. Let's see. I think I'll go ahead and decline Meta Nightmare as well. We've got our non-Kirby rep. Go ahead and accept this. I think for me it's between Crystal Shards and Adventure. Also, will take 5 hot dogs and Silly Block. I think this is goofy. This is... I don't have race co-op on this. Hold up. Race/co-op. There we go. Apply to bonk. Yep. Bonk. Bonk. There we go. I personally like this as a silly race. It's goofy. What's the time difference between these? 52 versus 1 hour 10. Second place world record holder. So not much difference in their skill, like, for their respective games. Full game RNG manipulation. Interesting. There's out of bounds stuff here. Significantly harder routes. Usually in the form of mixes. I mean, mixes are always nice. When was Adventure last shown off? SGDQ 2023. Any percent no stone glitch. Okay. Oh, that kind of does it for me. I'd rather see the thing that hasn't been shown off in 5 years than the one that was shown off a year and a half ago, even if it's technically a different category. Yeah. Stone glitch is banned. All other glitches are allowed. Permanent copyability glitch, stone glitch, and collision pause glitch. Other forms of going out of bounds are allowed. Okay, so it just bans a few more things. Yeah, I think I prefer Crystal Shards. And that's Kirby. What's our accepted list? Of just Kirby, preferably, but sure. So 64, Kirby 64, Crystal Shards 100%, Kirby Air Ride as a 5 hot dogs race, and then Star Allies presumably as a bid war between all 4 of these characters. I saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those characters, because there are 7 characters in total. Some of them are group characters. Look, counting. Which is about an hour and 20 minutes of Kirby. Asterisk, one of them's going in Silly Block, like almost certainly. But I like that Kirby selection. A little bit of retro, a little bit of new stuff. Non-Kirby stuff. Kirby. And fucking Air Ride, motherfuckers. I love it, Kirby Air Ride. This game's so fucking dope. So, I feel solid about that. Let's see. We got Gravity Circuit. How many people submitted this game? Is it just the one person? I guess so. Gravity Circuit by Gauze MK. Actually, let's check gamesdonequick.com. Flash submission. Flash all. There we go. Gravity Circuit. Yep, it's only this guy. Any percent normal mode, we can already say no to dog percent. If dog percent is like a thing, it's an incentive that gets tacked on top of any percent. Solid incentive, but after the main run. See, even the submitter knows that. I personally really fuck with Gravity Circuit. This run highly depends on Mega Man. Or I guess kind of the other way around, if I'm being honest, where my Mega Man selection plays around Gravity Circuit more than Gravity Circuit plays around Mega Man. Because I want this game. This game's really fucking sick. It's a really dope platformer from recent time. Oh, was it any percent normal? Okay. Oz MK Mark II. About 5 minutes behind world record. That's not enough for me to care, I think. It's like close enough where it makes sense. Is this Persona music? No, this is... No, it is. It is Persona 5 music. God damn it. Okay. I'm kidding. Smile. I thought it would be faster to get the music back up because it would be in my history. There we go. Anyways. Alright. Yeah, I mean, I dig Gravity Circuit. This game just rocks as a run. I think, like, for the most part, Mega Man will play around Gravity Circuit instead of, like, trying to fit Gravity Circuit into whatever Mega Man, or, like, potentially cutting this out if you see a Mega Man you like. Very similar to 30XX from last event. And frankly, I'm surprised this wasn't submitted last event. This is the first submission of Gravity Circuit. Personally, I think this gets in pretty handedly. But it's any percent normal mode with a dog percent incentive or whatever afterwards. Yeah. Boom. It'd be cool if this happens, I think. Because this game does slap, actually. It has some of the cleanest, like, 2D platformer movement in a long time, I think. This reminds me of a game that Squish put me onto that I want to run someday. Because this game also seems like it fucks, but it has one runner. Sag. But yeah. Yeah, I would not be surprised to see Gravity Circuit at all. In fact, I am surprised we haven't seen it up till now. Real fast. My ass gotta use the bathroom. So, I'm gonna go do that real fast. I got recommended that game? Yeah, by me, asshole. What? Yeah. I know. Smile, okay. That's funny. I thought you were I half thought you were doing a bit. Alright. But yeah, I'm gonna go use the bathroom real fast. I haven't drank a lot of Coke. Enjoy the sweet tunes of... What song is this? Sleepy Eyes from Yakuza 5. Congrats, everyone. I'll be back in a minute and a half, maybe. Alright. Hello. Welcome back, myself. Alright. You know, the ones paying attention probably saw that I updated it to be Mario games. Fucking help me. Okay. Do Mario. I'm sure this won't take the remainder of the run, and probably more. Never mind, we're not doing Mario. That is too much Mario. Okay. What series can I do that won't take 10 trillion years? Let's see. Mario's gonna have to be like a dedicated stream. We can do Metroid's missions. Fuck it. Yeah. Let's do Metroid. That'll be nice. Huge. Big news. I've been saved from Mario for now. Super Metroid. Damn, quite a lot of Metroid too. Metroid Dread has been shown off 10 trillion times. Metroid. Alright, can I actually look at... There we go. $10 trillion times. Since 2021 has been shown off in 1, 2, 3 different SGDQ events. Not accepting Metroid Dread. It is just, I don't know, it's overplayed. I don't think any of these categories make it particularly unique. Heavily on RNG, both in early game and late game, and it could go either extremely well with a fast time below an hour, or catastrophically bad and potentially take over no more than an hour. This... Sure. Unrestricted losses take advantage of any glitch known to date, in particular clipping through walls and floors. It can be a little jarring to someone who doesn't know all the tricks, but it's very fun. This run description is like particularly bad, I feel like. Pointing out all the weaknesses in your game isn't actually good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I want to see Metroid Dread again. I guess technically it's only been no major glitches, so that does make it more likely, but we just saw it at SGDQ, so... I see some things are declined or pending still. So true. Hello. Hello, Brad. Don't worry, I'll get around to rejecting them all. Don't you worry. Yeah, I don't want to see Dread again. I'm just being honest. Metroid Fusion. Oh, Prime 3? Is that the only Prime game? It is. I'm the one declining? Yeah, but... yeah. Yes I am. I would hope I'm declining the games on my own schedule, you know? I gotta get through... Just got here. It's so true. Clearly there's precedence to get it in. I hate that you're right, but thankfully it got shown off at SGDQ 24, so it's on the one event break that it gets between every run. Like, basically, literally. Never mind, it got shown off twice in a row. Never mind. Prime 3 is the only Prime game, and it's 3 hours long. At minimum, at least. We'll see, we'll see. I won't just write this off immediately, because I think Prime is, like, particularly a good series. And Prime 1 has been shown off a lot. I think, yeah, Prime 3 has been shown off once by Claris back in 2018. And like Miguel just showed off Prime 2. So I feel like there's a chance. Probably not for 100%, but for 90% maybe. Super Metroid. I'm sorry. Looking at some of these run descriptions and I'm interested. Hello, I go by Sephi and I'm submitting alongside my close friend Emmett for a good old-fashioned any percent race where we are looking to showcase a fresh batch of new strats for the category. Be racing the PPKD boss order given that our competitive leaderboard times are within a few seconds of each other. Have experience in doing competitive races with some friendly banter? Okay, sure, fine enough, I guess. Bit generic. Be running the most difficult and competitive category and route in the game. Both of us got a sub 42 time within recent years, putting myself in top 10 on the leaderboard with Sephi trailing right behind. We're close friends and do a ton of races, a lot of experience. Meanwhile, showing all the new strats. Okay. I mean, it seems like they're both relatively competitive. Jesus. Leaderboards like this are something. IGT for this game being included is so funny. Like, what do you mean? I might have dyslexia. I was reading that as PPKD. I won't lie. Anyways. I don't know much about Super Metroid. I know about what I get from, you know, having seen them before. What's this person's username? Antinami. I don't see them on the leaderboard. Am I blind? Okay, I guess it's just not on the leaderboard. That's fine. I believe Super Metroid was shown last event, is the thing. A TAS was, which is slightly different. It was TAS any percent. Fair enough. I don't know. It's a GDQ staple, but I don't know if it's one that gets in this event and SGDQ and or SGDQ 23. Like, it would be in 3 times in a row in some capacity. I just don't think it gets in. I don't know. That's like a lot of Super Metroid. Even if these runners are all like very strong, that would be 3 events in a row. 2 events in a row is rare. 3 events in a row is basically unheard of. Then again, I guess Super Metroid could do it, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna say declined on those. Can I get rid of these? Thank you. Map rando. shuffles the entire world in a geometrically consistent way. Item logic is based on an open source project that accounts for the vast majority of strategies known by the community. Hard difficulty has common randomizer tricks and is logic geared for tournament play. Expert difficulty has tracks expected in SM Kaizo, and challenge progression will try to pigeonhole the player through a single path. CP can be curated for by devs for time and a better showcase of skills. I'd like to get a randomizer out of the way early and go ahead and say no. Again, just Super Metroid. I don't know. It's rough out here. Super Metroid Ascent is a ROM hack of Super Metroid. Best hacks out there. Completely new map, divided in 3 zones, custom tiles, palettes, and music that makes the hack visually and musically different and amazing. There are also some new items added. At the end of every zone is a point of no return, though 100% speedrun is fast-paced, filled with amazing tricks and great movement. Hack compared to Super Metroid Vanilla is a completely different experience and not the same. Good job hammering home that it's not the same. You know, ROM hacks I feel like are kind of rough. That description doesn't really wow me. Just tells me why the ROM hack is good, which is not really what I need to know for a ROM hack. Like, tell me what makes it different, you know? No, ROM hacks are perfectly fine. If it wasn't allowed for submission, it would be in the banned games list, you know? They don't generally like the word ROM hack on stream. They like the word fan game. But that's just a stream rule. They have taken hacks before, I believe. I'd have to, like, look. Metroid rotation. Is this a ROM hack? No, this is technically a ROM hack. It's just rotated. Which is actually kind of fucking hilarious. Anyways, yeah, they are fine with ROM hacks. It's just like they avoid the word ROM hack. That said, I don't feel like this did much to like draw me in. It doesn't tell me what makes this different compared. Like, some new items. Tell me what the items do. The end of every zone is a point of no return. What does that mean? I don't know. It'd also help if I could see the run, but I can't. But, like, yeah, I know it's gonna be visually and musically different. You know? Tell me some tricks. Tell me some movement. Some tech. Stuff like that. This doesn't really do that, and kinda underselling it a bit, I think. I said we have another ROM hack, sequel to the bad ending of the Fur Spooky Mission ROM hack. This hack's made by multiple people and is huge. Okay. It looks completely different, and music is also new. This is the same exact problem as the last submission. You're not really telling me what makes this new or interesting. You're just telling me that it is new and that it is different. Like, come on, tell me the good stuff. If you're watching this right now and you are wondering what you could do to make your submission better, add timestamps. Just add timestamps. But also, tell me what's new and interesting about your run. Don't just tell me that it's new and interesting. I know it's new and interesting. It's probably something we haven't seen before. Or if it isn't new and interesting, tell me what makes it, like, valuable as a speedrun to be accepted. Don't just tell me the basic stuff that I already... Don't tell me you go fast in a speedrun. I know you go fast. You know? Like, especially if it's a ROM hack, tell me something new it adds, you know? I wanna know what new or cool shit it adds. And both of Linkomeister's submissions did not do this, and it is so frustrating. I'm not gonna, like, if I'm a member of the games committee, you know, and I have 1,400 runs to go through, and you're not telling me what your ROM hack is new and interesting, or what makes it new and interesting, then, like, well, I'm gonna have to go through the video. And I don't have timestamps to do that, so I'm just gonna click through the video and watch them. And, like, I can't do that, personally. Like, I don't know. This is, sure is something. Metroid Fusion. I personally think Metroid Fusion fucks. I like this game a lot. Where is Fusion? It's also a very popular Metroid run. 100% and any percent. Monkey has 3rd in 100% and 2nd in any percent. Other than Harvest, yeah, ROM hacks for Metroid I feel like get kinda repetitive in a lot of senses. See a lot of the same stuff. I know I've been seeing a lot of, what is it? Super Metroid Worlds? I don't know. Best ones get run into the ground. They sure do. They sure do. When was Fusion last shown off? $2022. God damn. That was a 1% hard race. 100% hasn't been shown off since 2013. Like Kirby Master. Damn. I mean, honestly, I could see this getting in. Like, fairly feasibly. They're only 3 minutes behind record in a supposedly pretty hard game, from what I hear anyways. And Fusion is like a relatively popular Metroid game. Like, I think this game is relatively well liked, I think. Not a Metroid fan, so I can't tell, but, you know. I think so. Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of tempted to just, like, accept this on the grounds that it's been a long time, and we've cut through all of the other Metroid submissions. But I think it's between these two, for sure. So, let's go ahead and look at Prime 3. There's not a Metroid Prime series? Black Sheep until Other M and Federation Force began? Or dropped? Really? I didn't know that. Well, like now? Fair enough. I don't know, people have desires for the Metroid community, the Metroid series. Pretty funny. Holy shit, Miguel's 10 minutes faster than second place. That's funny. And second place is from fucking March 21st. That's wild. That is wild. This game is not popular. This is not a popular speedrun. Huh. Holy shit, there are Mii's. Big news. Save file. You have to upload your save? Interesting. Must be submitted with a picture of the final mission screen. Link a save file so that other people can verify it. Fair enough. People disliked it because it was pretty linear and less isolating, and then Metroid Other M was those problems dialed up plus like 7 other problems. Fair enough. I definitely know, like, standards for 2D Metroid are very high, really. Like, that's why when Dread released, it was, like, so popular. Because it played into the like right things for a what is this intro sequence? I'm sorry. It played into the good things of 2D Metroid a lot, which made people really fuck with it. That said, I am more tempted to take Prime 3. Hey, hold on. Let me actually, you know what, look at something that might help me think about this one. No. I wanna go back. I'm gonna sort by event. Damn. This is a lot of Metroid during SGDQ. Even Super Metroid, or even SGDQ, had 2. So they had Prime Remastered, and then Super Metroid. Shit, okay. Fuck it. Take 2. Fuck it. We ball. Sure. It's what, 4 hours of Metroid? Why not? I think that's 5 hours of Metroid. I can't do math. No, 4 hours, 40 minutes. Ish. So, I don't know. I think I like both of these runs enough to take both, you know? I don't feel bad about that. Wait. Alright. There are only about 20 minutes left. Do we go through... You know what? I think we're gonna do Mario Kart real fast. Mario Kart. So there are some Mario Kart submissions that I personally really like. Some Mario Kart submissions that I think highlight some of the problems with recent submission trends. So we're gonna do that. I'll also cut down on my Mario Kart, or on my Mario stuff later. By later, I mean probably tomorrow. So fuck it, we ball. We'll do that. So I think Mario Kart 8 is very unlikely, actually. And I have justifications for this, but I think the DLC doesn't make speedruns of this game particularly interesting, at least in my opinion. But if it does happen, it is not the solo player run. Wait, this person is in the relay? Sure. All of these relay submissions are different. Okay. Let me sort A to Z real fast. If it does happen, it's not a solo run. Sorry, Peas. I also don't think Mario Kart 64 blindfolded gets in. Mainly because this submission kind of confuses me. This is Fast Lap, which is very unique, but very different. I don't know, that's blindfolded. Also, I don't think this happens. If this happens, it's only potential backup. Because, I mean, let's be real. Alright, there we go. So, there are 2 submissions in my mind that make sense for Mario Kart. And that is either Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Relay or DS, all missions or 32 tracks. I lean towards all missions because I think it's more interesting than just doing 32 tracks. But that's my bias. I agree with you, Laser Trap, but for very distinct reasons. I think 48 DLC. 48 DLC makes sense. But I think it also makes sense why you don't submit it. Because, like I was saying, I don't think the DLC performed that well. People were just more happy to have more Mario Kart, in my mind, than they were to have any of the real specific stages. People fucking love Mario Kart, but I don't know. I don't think Mario Kart speedruns are that interesting. I'm gonna be real. That's why I like all missions so much, is because it's not really a Mario Kart speedrun. It's more just like weird objectives while you're in a cart. It's very, very different and very unique. But this submission, this Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Here, you know what? I'm gonna actually simplify this down. I'm gonna have everyone be a race except for one person. And then I can remove these, and then it's just these two. There we go. So, also, what's up, Jank Pickle? We either have 6 people doing Mario Kart for 3 hours at 200cc. Hi, Spacebar. What's up? Or you have Mario Kart DS, which I like Mario Kart DS. The reason I think this has a potential shot, I say potential because I'm thinking from like games committee standpoint, and not so much my standpoint. If it were me, I would just take all missions and call it a day. The reason I think this has really good potential is because all of the people who submitted this relay are like top time trialers. And I think a relay, you know, kind of makes it sound fun, sound goofy. This is the main reason I don't like relays that much anymore. I feel like Mario Kart kind of makes sense as a relay, but having 6 time trialers presumably break it up by cup. I'm gonna assume. Does this say anything? My submission being for DLC waves 3 and 4. So yeah, breaking it up by cups. To me, it makes... the relay for this run feels like a crutch to make a category that wouldn't be accepted otherwise. You know, 96 tracks, 200cc, 3 fucking hours of Mario Kart. Acceptable. Which to me, I don't know, it's a band-aid solution to a much bigger problem, which is that 3 hours of Mario Kart isn't that interesting. I don't think Relay spices it up enough. That said, they're all top players, so I think it's potential. But I'd much rather see one top player just play 32 tracks of DS well, you know? So personally, I want to accept the DS run. I do think there's potential for this to get accepted, and I wouldn't be that surprised. But if this gets accepted and we also have like 9 hours of Mario, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. But I don't know. This submission to me is like fine or whatever. But it kind of makes me sad that relays are a trend right now. Because I think it's much cooler if you take a run that has a legitimate shot, but, you know, you have people who specialize in the run, like in segments of the run, are particularly strong in certain places. to make it more spicy. This has that second half, but I don't think it has the first half, where if this were one person, this just doesn't happen, right? Also, 6 people is fine, actually. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my opinions on this, is that, like, it tries to take a run that wouldn't get accepted before and make it more interesting by doing relay, which is, like, fine. But I personally like it more if it's like, here's a run that is already good, we're making it even better by pushing it to be a relay, right? I like that more, personally. That said, I'm accepting Mario Kart DS. I'm gonna say all missions, personally, because I like all missions a lot. If this gets in, it'd be a remote run too, but I think it'd be cool. I think it'd be nice. I also wouldn't be surprised by 32 tracks. 32 tracks is a good run. I like it, I enjoy it, but, you know. The newer Mario Karts are kind of whatever is speed games. Wii is the last interesting run. I think 7 runs are pretty good, but not full game runs. Just time trials. And, like, DX time trialing is fine, I guess. There's a lot mechanically that goes into it, but it's not super interesting from, like, a casual perspective, because it doesn't seem that much different from just playing good casually. Agree that the DLC wasn't great, but if they wanted to appeal to the committee, it would have been a better run to submit. I think that's fair. I liked the 9,999cc I saw of Mario Kart DS. That exists for most games, I think. I know. Harder to appeal to the audience that doesn't know the game. I don't think so. I think a lot of the missions are straightforward enough to where it makes sense, like, even if you haven't seen the game. Some of the strategies are fucked up and weird, but I think you can balance explaining some of the, like, differences in retro Mario Kart stuff versus, you know, some of the, like, weird mission objectives. Also, frankly, I wouldn't be surprised to see 32 tracks, because I know this category in specific has been getting, like, kind of really optimized recently. And Mario Kart hasn't. Mario Kart DS was last shown in 2019. Yeah, Abel is really good. I watch him, like, pretty often. Because I really fucking like, Mario Kart. I pick it based on the run I just did at PAX. Generally, they don't impact each other. It can show committee that a game that might be kind of iffy is actually a good run. But generally, that's about all the mileage you're getting, really. I think it's very rare for a committee to be like, oh, this game was just at PAX, it performed really well, let's bring it to mainline. And if that is the mindset, it's generally not for a popular game like Mario Kart. It'd probably be more like, here's some weird obscure shit. I crushed it, you know, at this event. Oh, so let me do this shit, you know? But that's kind of how I feel. Okay. Ooh, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley's a funny time. Alright. Well, me every time I run a jank Lego game and want to see if GDQ will take the bait. So true. What's up, Clavely? Thank you for the raid. Dude, fuck, I just realized I don't have my alerts on this scene. Fuck. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. I'm surprised I didn't catch that when Distro raided earlier. What's up, Cleavely? Thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. How you doing? How was the stream? How are you? Totally say is accepted. Here comes Nico with Shoshona. No. Oh, dude. Actually, related to Mario Kart, kind of. But I have just such a good submission right here. Trackmania World of Wampus, my beloved. If you haven't seen this, go to my YouTube. You don't get to see this for a second. Give me a second. I assume this is World of Wampus 6. I'm gonna presume. Yeah. Think so. Alright. Yeah, so this is World of Wampus. This map is fucking nuts. It is basically Kaizo Mario in Trackmania. What's up, Nay? It is hype. It's fucking sick. When I saw this map for the first time, I was like, damn, this would be such a fucking banger GDQ submission. No one's ever gonna submit it. And then I open up the site one day, and I'm like, wait, holy fuck. JNX submitted it. We're so back. Yeah, this is like an insane fucking Trackmania map that took some of the like best players in the game fucking like, okay, the author medal is 2 hours long. That's how long it took for the author of the map to validate it. Like, long ass fucking map. 37-minute world record. This map is fucking nuts. Has really tight platforming, has some fucking sick ass stunts. It's just so dope. I hope so fucking hard that they accept this. Actually. I like Trackmania a hell of a whole lot. Like, I really like watching this game. And it's been shown a few times, but Trackmania 2020 has never been shown. I think this is like a really good introduction to it, because it has a really nice sense of like progression, and you get to explain a lot of mechanics like building on top of each other. And like, I think there are very few people who can do this run and be successful with it. I think Janik is one of them. And presumably, he has some good casters, because he's pretty well known in the community, arguably. So, I don't know. I fucking hope this run gets in, because I think it'd be really fucking cool. Like, this shit where you just climb up a wall because you have dirt tires, it's so good. You just have, like, a shit ton of, like, traction with the wall for the whole time up. So funny. I love this fucking game. I was so hyped to see this submitted, because I think this run is fucking dope. So I'm accepting this based on my own bias. Suck my nuts and cock and ball, because I want this in really fucking badly. But yeah. And that about does it for today, because we've been going 3 hours. My ass was planning on going 3 hours every day, but we'll probably have to go through a little bit more, because I think we just got... How many runs have we gotten through? 1,365. Got through 100 runs today. Ish. A little bit under. In 3 hours. Granted, there were series where, you know, you have to cut down a lot. It'll be faster once we get through all the series that are hard to decide on things for. But for a first day, you know, pretty good, pretty good. I'm gonna snooze the ads before they start in 10 seconds. That would be funny. Yeah. Woo! What runs did we accept? Good, great question. Great question. So, we went through Sonic, Mario Kart, and Kirby and Metroid. And also Splatoon, technically. But, we accepted Gravity Circuit, any %. And dog mode is maybe an incentive, maybe? I don't know. Kirby 64, 100%. Kirby Air Ride, 5 hot dogs as a race, because it was funny. Star Allies as a character bid war, presumably. Mario Kart, all missions. Metroid Fusion, 100%. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption, any %. Lots of Metroid. Then Sonic Frontiers, Another Story, Sonic Heroes, Team Sonic LTS, Sonic Project 06 as a character bid war, Sonic Robo Blast 2, Sonic All Emeralds, Splatoon 3 Side Order, New Game Plus, and then Trackmania World of Wumpas. That's it. So 13 hours, except. Project 06, despite your bias, I mean, I think this run should have gotten in by now, but I talked about this some when we were talking about it, but my kind of like read on why this hasn't gotten in is that they're waiting on this game to be finished. And that hasn't happened yet, so. But I wouldn't be surprised if this got in, because Sonic pickings are strange. But you didn't watch the VOD to see that. If you are interested, it's literally the first thing we talk about. But, yeah, thanks for hanging out, gamers. Appreciate it. You're gonna find someone to raid, I think. I am excited to go over the next 5 days. Talking about fucking speed runs. Let's see who is alive. Interesting. Banana Man is live. It's interesting. But I think we will instead go to Hex. We're gonna go to Hex Speedruns. My man, the myth, the legend. Hex is trying to get partner, so we're gonna help him out. He is running some Super Mario Odyssey All Moons. He is 3 minutes ahead. Hell yeah. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Sorry. My fault. My bad. Hex is a fucking homie. No way. Clayton's in this chat. Go. Raid message chat is fuck CM in 1215. Just like that. We're harassing someone today. /J. This is a friend. This is my friend. I know them. Smile. You have permission to harass them. It'll be really funny. They'll DM me a Lamau, fuck you. But go hang out with Hex. He's running some Mario. Put away your anti-Mario bias for now. Go wish him some luck. Good luck, good skill. I will see you guys tomorrow for more. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.